Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I'm going to be showing you how to take that old, horrible, ugly looking, old tattered screen off your window, taking the contents of the screen out of the frame and replacing it with brand new, high grade solar screen. So if you're ready, let's begin. We're going to need a few things. One, we're going to need that old tattered window screen. Here it is. As you could tell way back when, it had a really nice finish, but as the sun took to it here in this Arizona heat, it's really worn it out and stretched it out. So we have that. Now we just need the tools. So we have the tools. A nice little spline tool right here. You can get these at Home Depot. They're about $7, $8. We're going to need an X-Acto knife. So there we have that. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver. So we have that. Any razor blade will also do. We're going to need some extra spline. So the stuff that holds the window screen in place is called spline. We may not need to use this because if the old one is still in good shape, we'll reuse it. And then last but not least, the most expensive piece is we're going to need the solar screen. So I got the charcoal 36 by 25 feet. That is about the average window, as you can see. And each one of these rolls will usually do about 4 to 5 windows. In my case, I'm averaging 4 because I'm cutting a little extra. So with that, let's get my workbench, which is also my pool table. But let's get the old screen on the pool table and let's remove that old screen. So we have the old screen here on the work area. And as you can see, we have the screen turned so that we can see the spline. This is the spline, this little rubber piece right here that holds the screen into place. So we're going to get a flathead tool and we were going to go ahead and start working to get the spline up and out of the actual frame itself. So I got my flathead in here and I've got it just about pulled out. So once we have that, we'll just grab it with our fingers. Whoops, let me move that away. Now that we got it, we'll just start pulling it. Me having this video is making it harder than what it is because really this just pulls out real easy. So I'm going to go around and pull out the spline all the way around the window and I'll come right back to you. When it's all done, you should have one full piece of spline right there. And this one is actually still in pretty good shape. Doesn't feel too dry, so we may be able to reuse that. So now that we have the spline removed from the screen should just pop up and out, just like this. There we go. Just pull that all the way off. Have some fun with the end of it. And that is going to go to the trash. All right, so I've done several windows on this already, so the table's nice and dusty, but we'll clean it off when we're all said and done. Okay, so now I have the frame. I have the old spline right here. I have the frame, and now I just need to get my my super solar screen. So I've actually got a roll right here, ready to go. I'll go ahead and grab this, and I will start at one end. And what I usually do is give myself a couple extra inches, probably about 3, and then I roll it all the way down the window and hope that I have just enough, and hopefully enough to do another window after this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure to leave about 2 or 3 inches on this side and an extra 2 or 3 inches on this side, just because when I first started doing this, I tried to do it perfect, and as you fit the screen into the frame, it eats up some of the space. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of space. So it's about an inch on either side, overlapping here and there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this piece off and we'll come back and begin the placement of the new screen. All right. So we've now got the screen set perfectly on the frame, a little extra on both sides. I have the old spline. I think we're going to reuse this. It still feels pretty good. So we're going to start it right here at the edge. It'll work right there. And then in order to start it, I'm going to get my flathead screwdriver and set it in there. So let me get it set real quick and I'll be right back with you. All right, so the idea is to get about 1 inch of this set in here, which I did, maybe just a little further right there. Nice little starter. Pop that out and then get the spline tool. And this is where it gets really serious. So we get in here, we get this, and we just start going almost like cutting a pizza, but the idea is to keep the spline setting in the groove as we go. So there we go, just like that, nice and neat. Make sure to keep your screen nice and tight as you do it. It'll want to move on you. The good news is as you tighten this, it usually will take out any little flaws that you have from early on. So, there we go. As you can see, I've got that much already done, and I'm going to keep going, and once I turn the corner, we'll come back to you. All right, so now we have done one complete line all the way down here, and then you'll see this excess. No big deal. Now I'm just going to take this excess, kind of lean it to the corner I want to go to next. So now we're going to come across on the bottom. I'm going to get my flathead again, and I'm going to place it in the corners here, and then once I get it started about 1 inch, then I'll take this tool and continue on down. All right, turn the corner. I'll set that in a little further as we go, and now I'm going to get the tool, and I'm going to continue. As you can see, you just keep digging it in the groove. It takes a little bit of elbow grease. It's a lot easier when I use 2 hands, but for the purpose of showing you on this video, I'm only using 1 hand at the moment, but you kind of go back and forth, and we'll take it all the way down, and then we'll go down this side. All right, so we got that edge done. I've come along and done this edge. You'll see there's a little overflow on every bit of it. Taking this corner, I've come all the way down to where it's going to meet. And because I've reused the old spline and I kind of stretch it a little bit as I go, there's going to be a little bit left over. We'll just cut that off. So we'll come all the way to right here, and then we'll have a complete sunscreen shade in the new frame, and we'll just have to cut off the excess trim. All right, so there's the extra trim. We'll come in here, we'll cut that with the X-Acto knife right there, and then we'll start along the edges, just cutting off the excess against the frame like that. So you'll see how that works as we go down the side of the window. All right, we cut off that extra piece and we put it in there, and we spliced across this way. And now we're gonna start like this, and we're just gonna keep going and pull as we go. And when we're all done, we should cut off all this excess across. So we're just gonna have the knife just against the frame, just like that. Nice and easy as we come across. And it will actually go really smooth when I use 2 hands. So you'll see what it looks like when I get one side done. 1 second. Hopefully this angle gives you a good idea. So I'm taking the X-Acto knife, I'm kind of pulling the excess here, and then I'm going just along the edge. See how nice and easy that is? How easy that breaks away. The idea is just to apply pressure against the frame itself. You come all the way down, and then you score this across, and cut that piece there, and that's 1 piece. So now we got to go through and do it on the next 3 sides, and then we should have a completed window. So hang tight. Okay, so now we're down to the last piece, and same thing as I did on the other ones. You just kind of apply a little pressure, hold the excess, and have it come straight across. So every now and then you can mess it up a little bit like I did right there, but the good thing is you can cut that piece off. All right, here we come down to the final end of it. And we just got to cut off this last little piece of excess right here. And voila, there it is. So ladies and gentlemen, we have done a complete window screen with the solar sunshade. So let me show you what we have here. This is the new screen. I'm going to set it up against the wall. And you guys tell me what you think of the finished product. There it is. Brand new solar screen. Whoops. Window shade. You guys saw what it was before. Thank you for stopping in with Anthony and a guy that has no idea what he's doing, changing out all his window screens with the new solar shades, increasing my house value. They wanted to charge me $85 a window to do this. I spent $150 in complete supplies and did my entire house. Have a great day.